I would like to start with the small ship cruising market and what that looks like right now, and what the penetration is like within the country and within North America.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for coming out tonight. It is really exciting for us. We're finding that in Canada in particular, people are loving it. And most of our business in Canada is coming through our travel partners, so through travel agencies. So that's a really big priority for us. We're seeing a lot of growth. You know, of course, everyone's going to say that because we're coming out of COVID, so everyone's like, we're really bouncing back. But it's true. There's all this pent-up demand specifically for something like this, which is an intimate, thoughtful boutique experience. It's really focused on the destination. There's the sustainability piece, there's the luxury piece, and when you pair all those three things together, it's something that really does appeal, and we're finding it, Canadians are loving it.
I think you might have answered my next question already, but so we hear that travel advisors aren't really sure who Ponant is and what it is that they offer. So how do we simplify that? And then how do we educate them on who they should be selling this product to?
No, it's a really good question, and of course we hear it all the time. So I think that the way to position Ponant and think about why we're different, if I could come up with one word, I would say thoughtful. Everything Ponant does is extremely thoughtful. The way we build our ships, the way we put our itineraries together, the way that we work with the people in the places that we're visiting, the way that we consider the places we're going. It's all done really, really thoughtfully, and that includes like the experience of the guests on board. So if it's somebody that you know is a very thoughtful, considerate person who's thinking through not just where do I want to go, but how is that going to impact my life, and how is me going on this trip going to impact the places that I'm going, they would be probably a very good match for a Ponant. You asked about who's traveling with us. I would say it's generally adults, so people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, generally, who have the time and the interest to do the kinds of things that we're doing. We're not usually somebody's first vacation or first cruise, right? It's a very curious traveler who wants to go to the sort of curious places that we're going.
One of the buzzwords right now is responsible travel and sustainability. So how does Ponant cater to that market?
11 out of the 12 of our current fleet utilize electric propulsion. And the 12th one is a sailing yacht, so it's wind powered. The wastewater that comes off our vessels is zero impact into the environment. So we're traveling really sensitive places. The whole world is sensitive, really. But that's important to us. Our vessels don't even need to drop anchor. We don't need to beat up all the things living on the ocean floor. They can just hold still. I mean, I could go on and on about all the different things that we do, but it's important to make the small things, right? People will say, oh, we don't use plastic. That's huge. We shouldn't use plastic. But we also have to think about, we have to change our minds about how we're going to travel in the future. And we don't need to change our minds in the future. We need to change our minds now. We really do. We have to rethink the way that we're going to be adventuring if we're going to continue to do it responsibly. And so that's one of the reasons that we've brought Mathieu here tonight to share with our Canadian partners, because he's a true visionary. Ponant has always been leading in innovation.
My name is Mathieu. I will introduce and present the new vessel concept we are working on. It's absolutely revolutionary because what we will develop, it's a vessel with a zero carbon emission during navigation. The name of this concept is Swap to Zero. It means we will change from one energy world to another world where we will not emit any carbon during navigation. Swap to Zero stands for Sustainable Wind-Assisted Propulsion, Zero Emission Ready. It means that we will work in priority with renewable energy like the wind and the sun, and obviously it will be a sailing boat. We will use the new technology of sails for the propulsion and renewable energy to power up the vessel in order to have zero carbon emitted during the life of the ship.
What can you share with us that's upcoming for Ponant?
So, Expeditions is huge. We launched Le Commandant Charcot, our luxury icebreaker, in 2021. It is a super powerful vessel, about 7 times more powerful than other expedition vessels, and it is fueled by electricity and liquefied natural gas. So it is extremely clean. It actually earned a super clean certification from the Bureau Veritas. So with that vessel, we're able to go to the geographic North Pole. We're able to do half circumnavigation of Antarctica. We're able to go places that you can't otherwise go. And what's super interesting about Charcot is it's also a year-round environmental research vessel.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Ellen. Was there anything else you wanted to add?
No, just that this is our 35th anniversary, so we've been, cruising for 35 years in a very different way. And thank you to the Canadian market and to the Canadian agents who support us. We're here for you, and we're excited to keep working together.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having Open Jaw here tonight as well.